morning.
Good morning.
Are you guys excited about the U.S. opening up this year? Yeah. All right. Well, let's get started. So I'm very excited to be here today, and I know many of you, and I'm really feeling the energy here today in Rio. Is this a fantastic place to have a conference or what? It's just absolutely amazing. It's incredible. It's got high energy. It's a beautiful place. So we're so excited that everybody is here. So I'm going to go through a few great things today. I'm going to show you some new stuff that is in line with the vision that's been outlined by Michael and everybody, right? So let's start with the USA update. You guys kind of want to know what's going on, don't you? Yeah. So it's opening official. It's going to be in June, and it's tied to our on a public exchange, DOSPay, and some other important things. We finally got that office built out. 95% complete. That sign is still a mock-up, but we're waiting for the permits to go through, and we'll actually have a NetLeaders sign on that. And that's an actual balcony, now has patio furniture on it, so when you come, you can hang out. We've got the webcast that you guys see every Wednesday that John does. We have that now built out along with the training facility, and it's ready. So we upped the studio, right? We do that quite a bit. And it's just going to be much more enhanced, much more, you know, the background that you always see. We'll probably flip a few new things in that. But it's a big step up for the company. It's only 10 minutes from the airport. So it's very close. When you come to Las Vegas, you can literally jump in a cab. The airport's right close to the Las Vegas Strip, and you can come right down to the facility. So let's talk a little bit about the team. This is our team in the U.S. today, right? We have Patty Shear. Miss Patty Shear is here. Give her a hand, please. Patty's in finance. That's Mr. Larry Skinner next to her. Larry's handling our production and support for John's webcast and a bunch of other things like that. That's Jennifer Carter, our executive assistant. You'll have some interaction with her. That guy next to her, I don't know who he is. Does anybody know who that guy is? Oh, John Pretto. We're hoping to get him on a webcast later today. That's Steve McQuillan in the back. He's a big advocate support person and is going to help us tremendously. Next to me is Mr. Will Beam, who handles finance. And that's John Kay next to him, and John is also helping in operations. And then Gina. And Gina does a lot of the social media stuff. You know, when people post things on Twitter and Facebook and that stuff, Gina's the one that responds to that, okay? So this is our team for the U.S. I wanted you guys to be able to put faces to names. Some more information. What are we doing? We're assisting advocates. This is a process getting the market open. So everything we do is focused on assisting advocates. With the U.S. contacts pre-launch, right? So you have people in the U.S. How many people have people in the U.S. that want to get started? Let's show my hands. Wow, right? And we hear this every day. So we're working with you guys to make sure that your contacts in the U.S. are taken care of and they're ready to go when the market opens. You have an open invitation to visit the U.S. office as of February 1st. Who wants to come to Vegas maybe before June? Yeah, all right? A lot of you, come, see us. We have space, we have facilities, we have information. In fact, if you want to bring your contacts to meet the team so that we can share with them the vision that's been outlined, we'll be happy to do that. You're going to get updates through John's weekly webcast on the U.S. That's going to be your place for updates going forward. I'll be in there more often, and we're going to actually share with you the information as it happens instead of just doing it at these events, right? And now we have something else to talk about. We've got an advanced education platform that is a delivery mechanism for much of the material that Richard was talking about. He talked about a toolbox, right? That's what we're going to have. And let's move on to the event. June, Vegas. You guys ready? Yeah. All right. So it was announced in Dubai. It's on track for June. We don't have the specific dates yet, but we're getting close. Everybody's come to me with the dates they don't want it on. So we're working on it. It's going to be our largest global event. We're pretty sure of that. The interest is off the charts. And we have people making reservations and planning to come already. In fact, they figure, well, I'll find a way to put 2 weeks around the event and I'll just book it. So we've seen a lot of that. We're in the final process of the venue selection. That's very important. As you know, Vegas is very competitive when it comes to these kinds of things. And the venue's very important. We're really close to getting that done. We think you're really going to be impressed. It's time to coincide with the launch of the US market. So this will be a very important thing as you begin to bring advocates in and get them to the event. So that's it for the US update. Everybody excited? We're doing this, right? Okay, here we go. Now I want to talk about NetLeaders University. This is something that we've been working on for quite some time, and learning equals earning. What do I mean by that? Well, how many of you people understand that teaching your advocates makes money, right? Everybody? That's right. So learning equals earning, and that's such an important concept. The delivery mechanism for this is something that needs to be easy to use, right? So we have a breakthrough platform. It's exciting. It's an exciting new learning platform. It's designed for different learning styles, right? The 3 learning styles: visual, auditory, kinesthetic, or hands-on, right? Those things are very important for any learning delivery system to meet. Some people, I'm a whiteboard guy, right? I like to draw on the whiteboard, I like to take notes. Other people like to listen, they listen to audiobooks, that sort of thing. And then others have to touch. They have to touch to get information locked in. This is really important when you're doing a computer-based delivery system. How do you meet those learning styles? This system does that. I'll show you some of that in a minute. Fully multilingual. Fully multilingual out of the gate. The importance of language in meeting the cultural needs of our advocates has never been more important. It's the only way we're going to grow the network big, big, big. And that's what this is. So the learning is fully multilingual. Thank you. It's easy to use. You know, a lot of times you see these training platforms online and you need to be trained on how to use the training platform. That's not what we have here. It's easy, it's intuitive. Whoops, sorry, okay. It's integrated with the NetLeaders Advocate Network. So what do I mean by that? Single sign-on, no separate passwords, right? When an advocate joins your network, they're automatically integrated into the correct position in the system. This, working with RoundGlobe, this is how we're doing it so that it'll be done and it'll be seamless. Doug will talk a little bit more about that today. This is the type of interactive training that people are going to see when they go on the system, right? It's designed to make it easy. It's designed to explain it. Lots of videos. We have professional people that are actually doing this, okay? These selections that you see are the learning modules, right? And they're very simple and easy to use. It's a very, touch, works on mobile devices, handles onboarding, compliance, and success. Those are the 3 major areas where curriculum is going to land. Getting somebody started and getting them to be successful and compliant at the same time. Success means all the things that are necessary for soft skill training, for the very fundamentals of the business, how to use the back end and all of that, right? So the other thing that's really important about this is that we know for a fact that when you give somebody the tools they need to get started right the first time, and you can replicate that across the entire network, they're going to be successful. That's the #1 thing, is getting somebody started right. It's a hard enough process to discover and to explain a technical.
We're glad you're here.
Wow.
Go ahead and click the Training Center
Wow.
to begin exploring the full curriculum. You can also see your training progress in My Report Card, access your favorite training material in My Favorites, and pull up critical documents and resources in the File Vault. Altogether, we've equipped you with everything you need to reach your objective. So start training and start succeeding.
Let's give a hand to the technical team that got that working, right? And I'm gonna take ownership of this. That's the one thing I didn't test before I came up here today, was whether the audio would work there. So it's 50% my fault, right? You gotta own it when you make a mistake. Okay, so let's talk about the next piece. I mentioned that this was the curriculum.
The Training Center is where you'll find all of the training that's available to you. You'll experience interactive virtual training in conjunction with interactive tests. It's designed to help you learn more effectively and more efficiently too.
So again, as I mentioned, the 3 categories: onboarding, compliance, and success. Now what do you think of Ellie, by the way? She works for us now. We never do any of this stuff we want. And so you have these 3 categories, and then the other thing is you need to measure results. You need a system that gives you a report card.
My report card is your go-to location to find out your status in the training curriculum. You'll get an at-a-glance view of which training you've taken and what you've still got left to do.
So here's something that's extremely important, right? When we convey information in a training environment to somebody, we need to make sure they understand it. More importantly, we need to make sure that we can record that and reward that so that people will aspire to use the system. We will also use this to ensure that the important things about the do's and don'ts of social media and all these other things that are important to the brand are understood by somebody when they come on board. And we have a record of that, right? In addition, the whole thing is focused on high adoption. We want people to use the system. It's got to be high quality. You saw some of the quality there. It's like that across the board. And the other thing that's important about high quality is that we're going to get your feedback on what's working, right? This is not a one-way process where we produce something and just put it out. As leaders, you tell us what we need to add into the training and we'll do it. It's a continuous learning process, you know. Learners are earners. So we want them to use it and be equipped to answer questions when people have questions. Certifications. The system automatically generates certifications. You know, we call that aspirational because we want people to be able to achieve a goal and get recognized for that in the system. Also, additional retail product opportunities. Richard mentioned that we were going to be doing some products this year. Well, we have to, right? It's important. This system is used by the likes of Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, Zig Ziglar, right? This is a system that they use for their businesses, and we have the opportunity to take third-party training that's available on there and actually put it out. In fact, we want to have Dave Crane over here, our wonderful host, do a module so we can put it out there. Okay, it's going to be available next month. It's going to be available next month. This isn't end-of-the-year stuff. It's working, right? We get the content in. It'll be available for you guys next month. And with that, I want to say thank you very much, and thank you for being patient. All right, guys.